Welcome to your second video of your .me training series. This training series will be based on your .me agent profile. So one of the very first things you do after you log in to your .me for the first time is to click their photo and you will see a drop-down menu. The first item there is your edit profile, and although your onboarding staff has helped you set this up, it's important for you to understand exactly how the system works and what it's doing. So the very first tab, you will see a map. You also see the map here of a business latitude and a longitude and an address. The agent business location feeds from your Trek record. Realty Texas is directly connected to Trek. We pull down their data twice a day and we update our systems. And so if the address that's being displayed here is not an address that you want displayed here, then you have to go to Trek and change the place of business address on Trek. That same day, our systems will be automatically updated with the address that you have on Trek. Now, this address is separate from where your photo is being displayed. The photo is being displayed where the agent business latitude and longitude is. Now, we use the displaying of these photos and other areas on the website. Except as an example, your dashboard, we have a URL on your dashboard that you can click that will open up where all of the agents in Texas are located for Realty Texas. So if you're looking to do a referral to Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, or those different areas, you will see that different agents are on the map. Now, if you maybe are around, maybe you're going to put the company's address here because you want the mail to go here, but let's say you have a farm in Star Ranch in Hutto, like one of our top agents do, then you can grab and try to find Gaddiskull Road on the map, wherever that is. There's Kelly Lane, and so this would be Star Ranch right here, all in this area. So you can click your map right here, and then you'll see that the business latitude and longitude is saying, and then you say, when you save it, it will automatically keep you here. But if we set the map by the address, when you click this blue button, it's going to move my picture back to where it was before, which is here at the office location, because you're setting the map by the address. If you want your photo to be somewhere else, you just click it, and at the bottom when you click save, it'll remember where you put it and it will be displayed there. So that is how this functionality here works. Now, the grayed out fields here are fields that are not able to be changed. Again, we get this information from Trek, which is your Trek legal name, your license number, your license issued date, the date that your license expires, the type of license you have, the status of your license, your education requirements for both CE and SAE, your Trek agent license, address, city, state, zip, and then the phone number and the email address you have with Trek, as well as the firm name that Trek has for you and the firm license the Trek has for you. And so all of this information is good for you to see in your profile, but you also have it on your dashboard. The video 3 will be going over your dashboard and how we use this information to notify you if your license is coming up for expiration anytime soon. Under the agent details, this is a very important section because, as you know, we build out media packets for you. Those are signs, business cards, flyers, even videos for your listings that are all created right here in your .me. The phone number that displays on those advertising pieces is going to be focused on what you've selected here for your business phone. So your agent business card name, which we also call chime name, that will go here. Of course, you have your legal name. This is the name that all of your checks will be written to. Trek says that we have to write the checks in the name of the licensee, and so any check that is dispersed to you will be using your Trek name. So here is the friendly name that you want displayed on your business cards and your signs and whatnot. This is the start date that you have with Realty Texas, so this is a fixed date that's not changeable. And then separately, your first and last name. We use these for emails that we send customers and emails that we send you. For instance, I might get an email from the system. This is Dear Jack. We've just successfully delivered an e-sign package to your client. So we're using the names in different ways and for mailers and things. Your agent email address, this is going to be the username for your Office 365, but also your main account. And then the agent email personal. So you might have a different email address that you want. We don't use this for anything other than displaying it on our .me. The agent level that you have with Realty Texas, and your social security number. Once you enter your social security number, this is blocked out. We use this to send your 1099s. This is required that we have this. We can't send 1099s without your social security number. So when you fill out your hiring documents with our onboarding department and recruiting, they will go ahead and fill this information if you haven't done so yet. Your agent birth date, your agent business phone. Now this is selectable based on what you've put down here. We assign each agent a vanity number through our CRM. That's something that's assigned from us to the agent, so that's not updatable. Your agent's cell phone is, so you put in your cell phone number. So when you drop down this list, we have our company 800 number, we have the chime number that was assigned to you, or your phone number. And you get to pick which one's going to be displayed on everything. And so whether you want the 800 number on all your signs and everything, whether you want your vanity number displayed, or whether you want the phone number. Now the nice thing about the vanity number is it protects your cell phone from getting a whole bunch of spam. So we know just how much spam that we're all getting, and so the vanity number is there to kind of help protect you, but it's the agent's decision of what they want to do. But we recommend that you do some research on this and maybe speak to some other staff people so that you make the right decision up front, because if you publish your cell phone number and then later want to change that, it's going to be very difficult because your number is already out there and the spam is already coming. This is your agent slogan or your team name. You'll notice that this is going to be displayed on your websites. It's also displayed on your marketing pieces. Some agents here at Realty Texas belong to a team, so you would put the team name, or like in case of some of our agents, 100 and then some is a slogan that I see often by one of our agents here at Realty Texas. And mine has been a slogan I've used since back in 2003, focused, reliable, proven. You can put whatever you want here, including you can add the real deal or whatever you want to display. It can also be left blank. Now we have lots of bilingual people here at Realty Texas. I think right now we're up to 18 different languages: Arabic, Chinese, Czech. We've got over 30 Spanish-speaking, French, Portuguese, sign language, Slovakian, Tagalog, Thai, Vietnamese, and the list goes on. And so if you are bilingual, you can come to this field, pick the language that you also speak, click it, and click Apply Language. That will now show up on our website, because we have a website that's also in multiple different languages. So when the consumer selects the language of choice, if your other language matches that, you will appear on the website. And so I think our marketplace is underserved for other languages, and so we're always excited to see more and more agents come to Realty Texas that are bilingual. The next one is the home address. The purpose of the home address is to allow our staff and the realtors at Realty Texas to determine what leads to give you. And so this is internal facing, whereas this map is external facing, means customers can see where you are in your business, but only Realty Texas staff and agents can see where you live. We make the determination of how we're going to handle or hand out our leads based on how close the lead is to the agent's home. For instance, if we have a lead that's purchasing a home in Killeen, Fort Hood area, we're not going to hand that lead out to someone who maybe lives in Buda or Kyle. So we're trying to make sure that the agent has geographic competency, MLS access in the marketplace that they serve, and that they're familiar with that market. So the marketplace that you want to be, you can put your photo there, but again, just like the map above, if you click look up, it is going to look you up and place you based on your home address. So this is my home. You can see just how accurate this Latin long is. it is putting it right there in the middle of our home on Haynes Cove. So this is editable. You can put whatever address you want in here, but it does feed from Trek. So your direct home address does overwrite this information. So Trek also needs your home address, but the home address on Trek is not displayed publicly. It's private information, but it does come through a data feed that we get from them. So if you want your address to be one thing, but your actual photo to show up somewhere else, then you have the ability to click somewhere else, and then again when you click save at the bottom, it'll remain there with that new latitude and longitude. You notice that as I'm checking different locations, the latitude and longitude is changing based on where I've selected. So I'm going to put myself back over the house there. Now this is a designation tool for agents. We do have staff that monitors this. For all the designations that you have earned and have the right to use, you can put here. It is a code of ethics violation and a license violation. Article 12 says that you're going to present a true picture in your advertising at all times. And if you advertise a designation that you don't have the right to advertise for, you can get in trouble with professional standards. As you know, I, as a broker, I have served on professional standards for the state of Texas, and I have heard cases where agents have complained against other agents because they're using, for instance, a CRS designation in their advertising that they don't have the right to earn. And that rises to the occasion of someone who used to have the right to it, but didn't pay the renewal for CRS. And after 2 or 3 years of not paying for renewal of CRS, another agent complained about an agent that was still using their CRS in advertising, but no longer had the rights to use it because they hadn't paid for that designation, and they were found in violation of the code. So although this is on the honor system, we are going back and checking. Unfortunately, the National Association of Realtors does not have an API that shares with the brokers so that we can get a direct feed from NAR of what your designations are. So we have listed them all into our system here. These are all the different designations, including local state designations like the Texas Realtor Leadership Program. And you simply type the designation here and select it and click save, and this will be added to your business cards. It'll be added to all your marketing materials. Now we do, regardless of how you've added your designations here, we have a preference on how we order them here. So each one of these designations in the background has a weight on them. And so as you click save at the bottom, or as you change these, it will always put the Master Certified Negotiation first. It'll always put the NAR C2EX second. It'll always put CRS third, your Certified Real Estate Brokerage fourth, your GRI, then your ABR, then your RENE, PSA, MRP. It puts them in an order based on the priority or importance of that designation already for you. This is what is going to display on your business cards, on your media that we create for you. There's only so much space. As you can see, I have more designations than actually I have space for, and so that's another reason for the priority of them. Moving on to the agent bio, there's some really important stuff here that you need to know to make sure that you get the most of the marketing and advertising and the powerful engine that Realty Texas has created for each of our agents. This agent bio should be written in what we call third person. If you put, I am a Master Certified Negotiation Expert, just think about what happens when Google then crawls your page. Google's trying to figure out who I am is. And your subdomain for the company has your email address. Each agent in the company has a subdomain, and this is the main domain. Anything before it before a period is called a subdomain. This is a completely separate website. And so this means that there's a subdomain of the domain, which means it's its own space. We do that on purpose because you're going to get graded higher on SEO for having your own website, which is your own subdomain. That's different than maybe a page on a domain. And so this subdomain means that you're going to have a much higher SEO score. But not only is it a subdomain, but it's a subdomain with your name. And then the larger tags, which is called an H1 tag, also will have your name. We have your name on the page. And then in your bio, your name appears there also. So now Google looks at your page and says, aha, okay, this page name is Jack Stapleton. The H1 tag, which is the boldest tag on a page, is also Jack Stapleton. So these two things are now looking at as highly relevant for this page. And in the body of it, it's about Jack Stapleton. Okay, so all of a sudden, Google is looking at this page as having a high authority on the keyword term Jack Stapleton, bringing you higher in the search results. This is why we ask you for your website bio to write it in third person, as if someone else was reading it about you. And from the consumer, when they read a bio that says I am in their brain, they heard I am, which is more personal to them than to you. But when they read Jack Stapleton, it's about you. And so it's better for the consumer to read a bio in third person because it's more relatable to them about you. So on all points, it's better to have a bio that's at least 200 characters. If I copy this, I don't know, maybe some of you know this, some of you don't. I'm going to open up Word here, and I'm going to show you how to really quickly get a letter count. Let me open a new page. I'm going to paste in my bio here. And down here where it says 147 words, if you simply click that, you will see characters 922, characters without spaces is 776, 147 words. You want 150 to 200 words. You want a character set of less than 1,000. So this is right in the ballpark. It's just enough to get them a flavor of who and what you're about, and put your best foot forward here. I see a lot of agents talking about their spouse and their dog, and this is really not what you should be talking about in your bio, although those are maybe major important aspects of your life. You really want to keep this captured on why should the consumer hire you. They're not going to hire you for your husband, and they're not going to hire you for your dog. They're going to hire you for the experience, your ethics, your education, and the commitment that you have to our profession. So when you write this bio, be writing it to the consumer, and make sure you have your spouse or somebody else read it so they can look at it and give a clue if they think that the tone is good. Sometimes the way we write things is not the way other people read it. So also Erin in our media department also is our editor-in-chief here. She does all of our editing of our documents, so she will also look at your bio and she will read it, make sure that it's grammatically correct. This next section for agent website keywords is also very important. Although keywords are not nearly as important as they were 15 years ago, they still are important. So these keywords are things that you want to be ranked on. I don't recommend doing real estate, because that's an oversaturated keyword. In fact, if you go to Google and you type in real estate, you're probably not going to get any local responses. It's going to be whoever in the nationwide search of real estate is coming up number one, which is probably going to be Zillow. It's probably going to be CNN. It's probably going to be the major news people that are continually publishing content on a daily basis regarding real estate. So maybe a better option would be Georgetown real estate, or keywords about things that are important to you. So whether maybe Austin luxury homes. So these are things that you think that if someone is over here messing around with Google and they're in this box, where, under what keyword did they type in, do you want to show up on number one? And so think about it. Empathy is very important in marketing, putting yourself in the shoes of your consumer. From the consumer's perspective, when they're typing in a keyword, when do you want to display? Short sales, maybe that's not your gig and you don't want that. Foreclosures, flips, investment properties, maybe that's not your gig. Maybe your gig is luxury homes, Austin luxury homes. Maybe you want to show up in position number one. Now you know that they're always going to have ads, and then Sotheby's is coming up one, Zillow's coming up number two. What I love to see happening in the marketplace is that the brokerages who are doubling down on content are able to beat out Zillow, because Zillow is a nationwide company. There is no way that they're going to be able to write local content for every single marketplace. And even if they do, that content, Google is still not going to consider them as a authority higher than someone who's in that marketplace using that keyword in their domain name, because Zillow doesn't have Austin or Texas in their domain names. So we're always going to report higher, and in fact we are beating Zillow and HAR right now on SEO, which is exciting. So again, back here, make sure that you use keywords that are relatable to you, and please use at least 10. Now, company testimonial. We have on our realtytexas.com page a join page. And this join page, so every agent has their own subdomain, but the company has its own page. We have gone to extreme lengths to make sure that your company subdomain does not have the join page. It doesn't have the agents page. If you go back to the company, you will see join, and then you will see our company roster. On your agent page, there is no roster and there is no information about any other agent, and you will also see that there are no other photos of any other agent on our website. All roads lead back to you. But on the company site, on the main page, we automatically display different agents. There is no algorithm based on length of time at Realty Texas or number of closings. It's completely random on how the agents appear on this. But we do have a token for each one of our agents, and the tokens that we're creating for them are always branded with a theme that month unless they have won an award at Realty Texas, and then you will see the gold award-winning badge pop up as top producer. Okay, so the company testimonial again is on our join page, and as you scroll down you will see the testimonial. And so here we have both aerials, just tons of testimonials here, and we appreciate this because people are able to see and learn about Realty Texas. Our ability to deliver all of this technology to our agents is in direct proportion to the number of agents that we have. We don't charge a monthly fee. We don't charge a lot of expenses. We don't charge for the .me at all, and we are a 90/10 shop. And with agents, in some cases, with the marketplace getting 1% and 2%, it means that the fixed fee brokers out there that are charging $799 to $900 a transaction, in some cases they're actually making more money than we are, because their $799 a transaction, 10% on a $300,000 property on 1% commission is gonna only be $300 to Realty Texas. And so it's very, very important that every agent here at Realty Texas help us with our recruiting. We don't spend company dollars on recruiting. We spend company dollars on bringing in buyers and sellers to hand those buyers and sellers back to our agents. And so we are a word of mouth brokerage. So the referrals that you bring into Realty Texas, although we do give you gift cards for cash, we absolutely appreciate those referrals. And that starts with the company testimonial so that you show up on our join page. And then your mission statement. Your mission statement shows up on your page right here. This is mine. If you have not set up your mission statement, it'll say mission statement and it'll be blank. Consumers want to know, what is your mission? What is your mantra? More and more top producers, more and more luxury buyers, more and more luxury sellers, they want to know who it is that they're working with. They want to know your reputation. They want to look on your social media because they want to work with somebody who has a fairly conservative social media set and ideals that align with their core values. So your mission statement should talk to the consumer about your core values. We now have this really cool product that we're going to talk about in another video segment, which is a virtual business card. But we also have another product that we've built. It is a Hootsuite type of platform called SocioBoard. We call it Sumerium. It is a way for you to have all of your social media accounts in one platform and manage them, schedule posts, see its reach, and even get some analytics about the traffic that you're getting from the posts. So all of that said, it's important that when you put your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, and a LinkedIn handle in here, you don't put any slashes, you don't put any ats. It is just going to be for instance, mine is facebook.com/Realty Texas Broker. Now, this is my business account. I did not put my personal account in here because when people click my accounts from my website, from my Cesium, or from our virtual business card, I want them to go to my business page. I already have 5,000 friends on my account. If you've been in this business for 15 years, you understand what I'm saying. The reach that you're going to have is going to be profound. You're going to have a lot of people on your site. And the cool features that Facebook has for running ads, for having landing pages, for having landing pages that have fillable forms for lead generation, all of this exists on a business page. It doesn't in a personal page. And I know a lot of agents out there are wanting to use their personal page. We don't train on using the personal page, but we also don't make a judgment call. If you're going to use your personal page, that's okay. But our staff is going to teach you how to create a business page, and more importantly, how to get leads from your business page. You're not going to get leads from a personal page. Hear this. You're not going to get leads from a personal page. You will get leads from a business page. And so if you've been trying to get leads with your personal page for the last 3 years and you haven't gotten any and you're frustrated and you're hearing agents all talking about how they're getting leads on their pages, it's because they have a business page and they're running ads, and those ads are very, very inexpensive to run. So again, make sure that it's just the handles on these. That's what we're looking for. Everyone has an NAR profile. The NAR profile is the .realtor extension. It's super important that you do put your NAR in here, and it does show all of your designations, and it shows on the bottom of your website. This is going to be your split with the company, whether you're 50-50 in the relocation, the transaction fees that you have, and whatever your split is right here. This is not editable. You have to speak with a Realty Texas manager, and if your split is not 90-10, it means that you're a junior agent working on your way to a 90-10. Documents that we require from you, 2 of them. One is your insurance card and the other is your driver's license. You just simply click upload and your insurance policy will be here, and upload and your driver's license will be here. TREC requires, and so does the Texas Department of Insurance, requires that we have on file your insurance, and that your insurance has Realty Texas named as a secondary insured. Our E&O insurance requires that each and every one of you has Realty Texas listed as a secondary insurer on your insurance. This is very, very important, because if you get into an accident, if you don't have the correct insurance and it's not named correctly, you may not be protected by our E&O insurance. And so this is super important. Not only do we need the expiration date of your driver's license, your driver's license number, but we also need your actual insurance policy so that we can track the expiration date of your license and your insurance. Now here, this is all of the MLSs that you are connected to. We have a direct connection to over 10 different MLSs. Actress Bryant College Station, Corpus Christi, Central Texas Regional, HAR, Waco, and more. So this, as you can see, RC Texas, when they converted from using our NERDS number to our license number, the old account is here. Each one of these you will have listings associated with. So if I put a listing in Actress, all of the listings I have in Actress are associated with this record. In order for those records to show up on my page, because we have all of the listings in our systems, we have all of the photos in our systems, this is automatically populated with every single MLS account that you have. So when you're onboarded, we search for your name, we find your MLS listings, and we go ahead and add your MLS accounts. But it also allows you to track these to make sure that you're active in those accounts, and which email address you're using and which phone number that you have associated with those accounts. Emergency contact. We have had several agents pass away here at Realty Texas, and it's devastating. We learned when our first agent passed away, who was just in her early 30s, that we have to have an emergency person to call, and this is a critical aspect of your .me. It's not going to let you save your profile without the emergency contact information. This is what your signature is going to look like. When you click this link, it will copy the HTML code that you can then paste in your Outlook or in your mobile device so that this shows up. What's cool about these tokens is that every single month we generate new tokens, and this automatically changes. All of this is dynamic, which means that once this code is in your signature, if you change your name or add a designation, it immediately changes every single signature for every single email that you've ever sent. So this is dynamically created. It also has your IABS and the Consumer Protection Notice, both of those right there. And so this is your email signature, and you click submit, and voila, it has been updated. So thank you so much for watching this video regarding your Realty Texas agent dashboard profile. Next video is going to be a walkthrough on how to understand all of the features that we have on your Realty Texas dashboard. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.